Hey everybody, clearing. All right, here is the Divine Feminine Eclipse reading. So let's get into it and see. Thank you, Divine Creator. What can we know for the Divine Feminine Collective? Roll up my sleeve. What can we see for the Divine Feminine Collective? What is the major energy affecting the Divine Feminines at this time? Oh, that's too many. I'm not going to even look. One card affecting the feminines at this time. Oh, 5 cards. So much. Okay, what is the most important energy? Oh, there we get it. Did you see that? Oh, there's 2. Okay, the masculine's got 2, so we're going to do it anyways. The lower world and Jaguar. With shadowy lunar energy here. The lower world came out first. Okay, the essence. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyche. Soul retrieval, I'm hearing. The lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It's the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures, feminines. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Keep growing, keep glowing. We got this in the masculine reading that the divine feminines are poised for a glow up, whether that is coming through a milestone of karma clearing, doing some healing, in this case looking at some of the ancestral things, the collective unconscious, that means the societal paradigms. This eclipse is bringing to light generational things and societal things, but the shadow, there is another layer of shadow coming up here. Bring the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. So divine feminines, this is a beautiful day to hold a candlelight vigil, to do a meditation. I'm seeing salt baths and low light and music and journaling and setting intentions. Divine feminines, don't be afraid to ask intentional prayers. What do I need to see to celebrate? What have I been overlooking? What have I not seen at this time that would benefit me to know the inner workings of? And then Jaguar 28. Oh, wow, I just opened the book. I didn't even know there was a soul retrieval card in this book, and I just opened it. So call back the pieces of your soul, feminines. Jaguar 28. The jaguar is the protector of all life in the Amazon. And in times of fear, she brings courage and certainty. So Jaguar is here to help bring courage to the shadow side, the shadow work. Deep internalized courage. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. Except with humans. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing in the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and at ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. Very eclipsey energy, walking the dimensions between the two. Unafraid. What is the medicine here? What in your life needs to be released? What have you carried around with you for far too long? So it's interesting when we're getting soul retrieval and then also this exhale of release. What have you carried far too long, which is ready to be let go of once and for all? So there are things we hold in place because of the missing bits of ourselves. We fill in that void with things that are counterfeit. So what are the misconceptions that are ready to be released, Divine Feminines, based on compensation, coping? Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadow games that you have so unconsciously agreed to play. Call on Jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instinct for the right people and situations. So this is partly that we teach others how to treat us kind of energy. You are purifying, Divine Feminines. This eclipse has removed a layer of feeling like you have to settle for what is available, scarcity. I'm hearing be the hunter, not the hunted. Like the jaguar, there is an empowerment that does not actually need anything. But there are certain things that need to be released right now. Okay, so let those go, Divine Feminines. Let's look at how the Divine Feminines are experiencing this energy at this time. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So there are things, Divine Feminines, that we are being asked to balance out regarding our emotions, our thoughts, and our physical vessel. So health on all those levels. Do not settle for anything that is not health aligned. You know what those things are, and those adjustments are. Coping. Oftentimes we cope with things that aren't healthy. So it's time to let go of the coping methods and to come back into self and to honor the temple. And that includes not pining and longing for someone that's not showing up. It also includes allowing the appropriate amount of time and processing to happen with the right people. This is an answer to eliminating the waiting. This is a balance coming in, Divine Feminines. What can we see for how this energy is going to influence the connections? We're getting Chakra Kabbalah, Life Lessons, Karma, Spiritual Path. You are becoming your own healer, your own best friend. You're becoming whole. You're retrieving those pieces of your soul back to you and relinquishing the coping. You know now what you could have known then, but you only know it now because of what's happened between now and then. So Divine Feminines, this is a deep coming back into yourself motion that is fully present, that is thankful for the history and excited for the future and completely home here. Light body expansion, illuminated presence. And I just saw that as these Merkaba glow-ups happen, we got this in the masculine reading that the feminines were set for a glow-up. This is a glow-up card. When we bring the pieces of ourselves back in, our light grows. When we eliminate coping methods because we no longer need them, the light grows. Anything that is lower vibrational dims the light. So we release the lower vibrational things. We bring more of ourself in, more authentic expression. We glow. So awesome, Divine Feminines. And Orion Stargate, power, authority, influence, ambition. Your light is needed in the world. Just going to leave that there. Okay, let's get into... I'm going to do a little bit more advice for the feminines. So what is it that the Divine Feminines can further take as support emotionally at this time? Free will. So this is a card that shows that the Divine Feminine Collective is becoming more mature with the way that we look at things and the way that we choose to respond to the way we're looking at things. So free will, that is our true empowerment. We have the ability to look through the eyes of love, which is the highest frequency, the genius frequency, the eternal frequency, or any manner of the spectrum apart from love. So keep looking at the most loving interpretation of anything and keep asking for divine guidance in how to respond to what you are observing. Divine Feminine. So emotionally, that is the opportunity here. Moon, darkness, more of that shadowy energy, the subconscious, the feminine, the deep yin, the essential feminine. We are the mystery. We are this intuitive potential, divine feminines. There is no, I heard, holds barred, no rock unturned, no corner out of bounds for the feminine intuition. We can go across space and time into all dimensions. We can transit all of that multidimensionality. And I'm just hearing, take the flashlight of love into all of it. And choose to conduct ourselves wisely as a response. Emotionally divine feminines, you are the specialists who are the emotional virtuoso. What can we see for the conscious? Oh, so many just slid out. What did we get? Okay, well, we got walking away from things that don't emotionally serve, going towards progress with mindset, and here's Metatron's seal. The Merkaba is a Metatron symbol. So finding the things that work better than the lower vibrational alternatives that are based in suffering. And this new beginning coming in. This is funny because this deck should not have reversals, but my Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is my card of the 6 months. And it's funny because it came out in a private reading today, that as the feminine and masculine harmonize, we are getting a meeting in the middle, which is a 6-month compromise. The feminine is the moon, the lunar. The masculine is the solar, the sun. When the feminine is in the feminine's natural alignment, it's a monthly cycle. When the masculine is in the masculine empowerment and alignment, it's an annual cycle. When we meet in the middle, we get a 6-month averaging energy. So both are being asked. Feminines are being asked to balance out beyond just the fickle lunar cycles. And the masculines are being asked to be less stubborn and a little bit more spontaneous and going with the flow, toning it down a little bit, being more free-spirited than an annual. See how those energies are alchemizing? And we get this. So divine feminines, consciously, there is a lot of progress, a lot of compromise, a lot of not taking things personally and going with the flow as well. What can we see for a clarifier here? Well, we get 3. Lake, depth, which is also an image that's found in many moon cards. So I've got to come up for air, divine feminines, coming up from the deep. You won't have to hold your breath much longer, I heard. Things are balancing out. We also get endurance, rock, and cleansing storms. Wow, so there's going to be this motion. We got thunder in the masculine reading. And so there's something that the divine feminines are being asked to be patient for. There are major changes coming in. In the masculine reading, it came through that the feminines were up to something that was challenging the masculines, that was bringing something that feels possibly premature from the masculine, or to the masculines, that the feminine was ushering in something that feels a bit forward. And this storm, this cleansing storm, there's a motion that the feminines are going forward with that's bringing this renewal. And I'm hearing even Mother Gaia brings these storms, and we're caught unaware in the downpour. We're caught awestruck by the lightning and thunder. But the greenery, the nitrogen infused aliveness that happens after the storms is good indeed. It's coming, divine feminines. You're going to be guided to move with the force of nature. There's something radical, self-directed, exhilarating, yet completely organic and beautiful coming in through the lives of the feminines. So divine feminines, you are throwing off the shackles of being bound to things that were substandard. You are powerfully being supported by the angelics and heavenlies to go forward to what is progress on a soul level through your glow up, your Merkaba, your bravery. And you're coming into a compromising flow, a harmonizing, an alchemizing flow with your masculine and feminine energy that's creating this dynamic movement. It's not reckless though. It's a mixture of the depth and endurance that you've been culminating in. It looks to those in the 3D that it comes out of nowhere, who don't understand the weather, who don't understand the winds of change, who don't understand the butterfly's wings that cause the storm on the other side of the planet. Goosebumps. Divine feminines, this silent becoming in the depths, the endurance. You're going to be shown some mighty, mighty change. Well done, feminines. I'm just hearing the freedom cry, the war cry, the freedom, feminines, the freedom, the sovereignty, the ability for you to move mightily on the planet. There is freedom coming. That will resonate different for all. What is it that we can see for the physical realm of the feminines? Oh my goodness, what an exciting message. Bit of a future energy, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a little bit of a different vibe. 10 of Pentacles is talking about our long-term legacy. And this card, this is an insecure person who has amassed great wealth that fears it could be taken. There's something, I'm hearing the financial systems, the energetic systems, the abundance and success. All of these things are shifting focus from the 3D versions of those things to the energetic versions. Let's get some clarifiers and see how that is affecting the feminines. I'm just hearing you can't take any of it to the other side when we go. What can we see for the feminines looking at becoming more energetically abundant and less concerned by the false securities of the 3D? Desert, solitariness. Okay, so divine feminines, fear no drought, no lack. It's all going to be in balance, in kind. Your energetic feedback loops are going to be more accurately aligned with what you put out there and what you get back. When you're accountable with a little, you will be blessed with much. And so do not fear any kind of shortcoming or lack. You're moving into an energy where you will not have to be hyper vigilant to prepare for disaster. I'm just hearing, gone are the times of crisis. You are now able to move with the power and authority of nature. When a forest needs water, the rains come. And so too will your provision, is what I'm hearing, Divine Feminines. It's very interesting to me that it's a matter of perception. Solitariness in the desert could be fear if we fear that we won't find water. If we have a different perspective, the desert can cause us to tune into a mystic energy where we draw on the spiritual water. And we can utilize it as a meditation. If we go into the desert intentionally, knowing we won't have water, and we experience our stamina, endurance, and depth, it's a different experience than if we're thrown into the desert and we fear that we will never have water again. So the feminine is stepping into that kind of experience of the 3D, where we know our needs will be met always. And it's taking on an entirely different experience. Okay, beautiful messages, Divine Feminines. Let's get into, what are the Divine Feminines thinking? I saw 2233. What are the Divine Feminines thinking about their connections with their divine counterparts? What are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for the connections? What are they doing that will bring them closer to union? What is the biggest challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution? Oh yeah, universe, I want to do the double messages on every level. Meaning what the feminines are thinking of the connections and their divine counterpart, what the feminines are feeling for the connections and their divine counterpart, and so on. So yeah, anyways, let's do this. Shuffly, shuffly, shuffly. Oh my gosh, I had a late coffee, okay? Sometimes I get comments, are you high? No, I'm not high when I do these readings. It's ridiculous. Why would I do that? This is ecstatic channeling. This is how good I feel. I smile all the time because this is soul food. To be able to do this for the collective is so amazing to me. It makes my heart warm and sing. Like, it feels just so to do this. I get goosebumps, I get smiley. It is so great. Love you. Okay, what are the feminines thinking of these connections? Wow, here's the card of free will again, and these opportunities. It's like divine timing. This is a carryover of that last message of the desert and the drought, and it's a matter of perception. We have the free will choice to see things as lessons or opportunities missed. If we see them as opportunities missed, Divine Feminines, we're in lack. If we look at it as necessary lessons and perspective that we didn't have before, all of a sudden it becomes supportive. So Divine Masculines, your Divine Feminines are really reveling in the lessons, in the becoming, in the sustenance these connections have offered, rather than the lack. Oh my gosh, got the Four of Cups clarified by the Four of Cups here. Just so amazing. No matter how you look at it, we're better off. Divine masculines, your divine feminines know beyond a shadow of a doubt, even if you don't come into union, that they are better off for having known you. So beautiful. Just these connections are so inspirational that teach the feminines anything is possible. Yep, that's true. What is the energy that the divine feminines are feeling or thinking of their divine counterpart? Here's the endurance, kindness. This is the wounded healer, wounded warrior card, but it's also the perseverance until the end. This is tempering the divine feminines into the kindest, most loving, most practical, most grounded, most sincere, most authentic people on the planet that are willing to just go with the flow and say yes if it's appropriate and no if it's not. Absolutely incredible. Divine feminines are thinking of your connection as this great teacher, as one of their great teachers, divine masculines. And so when your divine feminine is showing up with kind words or thinking of you or in that generous energy just for generosity's sake, because it's just in flow for them, do not underestimate how beautiful that is. It is not naive. It is such an incredible kung fu. Slow and steady, divine masculines, your divine feminines. Here's the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles always gets to their target. Your divine feminine will not fail at this journey. They will reach the fullness of their potential in their life. Divine feminines are in it for the long haul. It's its own reward. What are the divine feminines feeling on the heart space for about the connections? Ooh, the Moon and the Tower. This is that incredibly masterful feminine, to the ends of the earth, to the depths of the sea, to the height of the stars kind of energy. There is nothing that the divine feminine cannot navigate energetically. There is nothing that the divine feminines are not up for the challenge of energetically. Meaning, divine masculines, they are unafraid. Your divine feminine is unafraid to love. Here we get the card of codependency and sovereignty, autonomy. This is a deep, deep internalized motion on this eclipse as well. Divine feminines are taking these connections so to heart and being so grateful for the profound wisdom, the profound capacity, the profound tenacity that they have witnessed in themselves as people, hand in hand with this journey, because we do not meet our divine counterpart when we are ill-equipped. We meet a divine counterpart when we are already in a position to believe in the love. That means we have done a heck of a lot of old soul growth to get into the vicinity of belief, faith, trust. It may feel contrary to that at some times, but if you've met a divine counterpart, you are already well on your way. It is cause for great celebration. And so this is something dawning on the divine feminines right now about these connections. They're saying, look who I've become, but also look who I was to bring this into my life. And look at how much it has supported me since. This is a major revelation for the feminines, that it was not you, divine masculines, that caused them this level of growth. It was their own free will. And you are a blessing. It's not to your credit, but to a higher credit. And isn't it cool that you are someone that they value so much as to be engaged in this dynamic in such a way because of how perfectly you suit these exact lessons and awarenesses. So divine feminines are really understanding the difference between giving divine masculine the credit and their own connection to source and higher self the credit, and then receiving the blessing that the masculine is for exactly who the divine masculine is for each. It's a perfect puzzle piece. What are the feminines feeling on the heart space for their divine counterpart specifically? Aw, the Lovers and the Moon again, so much moon energy. So the heart is definitely in alignment with the moon, these secrets, this wisdom about the connection, about the masculine and the higher love. So they know that you perfectly align with the higher love. Oh, here's the card of commitment. So isn't this interesting that we have 4 major arcana here and then 2 cards of sovereignty and commitment? The moon, the Lovers, the Tower. So this is a major revelation that it's not to your credit, but to the credit of the divine, the higher love, that you are a perfect match. It's not because of who you are or to give you credit. How do I word this? You all getting me? The divine feminines have finally, as a collective, seen it's not the divine masculines who are to be worshipped. It's something higher that allows us to appreciate these perfect counterparts, that has orchestrated these connections with perfect counterparts for us. But it's not the perfect counterparts' place to be worshipped as the source of that. That's how we need to say it. Divine feminines are having this major realization, which takes the burden out of the connections. It takes the pressure off the person. It releases the person and gives the proper divine credit where credit is authentically due. What is the wish for the feminines in their own lives at this time? 6 of Pentacles, walking away from things that are not reciprocated and towards the promise of things that are balanced, good and right and true, and willing to wait for that to arise. Because the masculines are no longer the source of happiness, their own connection to higher self source within is, the feminines are willing to wait for any of the external things, including partnering with that which aligns with their connection to source and does not tip the balance out of alignment. What are they wishing for in these connections? To be able to open their heart. The masculines got this 4 of coins in the masculine reading. They're waiting for the awareness of being able to open the heart because it's appropriate to do so now based on legitimate indicators of alignment. Yeah, the feminines are just now poised and waiting to see authentic justification, awareness, that it's appropriate to open their hearts more fully. What are the feminines' actions in their own lives right now? Karma cleanup, waiting on divine timing, doing them, being intuitive AF in all ways, divine feminine, sitting pretty, sipping from the cup of their own love, finding deep fulfillment, seeing love in everything, being little fuzzy love bunnies. I just heard. What are the feminines doing towards these connections that will bring in union? Bravely being the empress out in the world, aligning with their abundance, energetic and otherwise. Not waiting, leaping, being loyal to what they love, and yet living their lives without scarcity, lack, competition, or holding back, playing small. Divine feminines are showing the world the real them. Ooh, and that's going to bring them into alignment with union, because that leaves no inauthenticity that might cloud the ability to truly connect with another. What is the biggest challenge for the feminine? Keeping the peace with their own internal balance through the confusion, the overwhelm, the options. Resting. Doing baby steps. The challenge is integrating it as it's available instead of getting ahead of or falling behind. Waiting makes us fall behind. Waiting energy makes us stagnate. It puts the brakes on. Or overly reaching, longing. This is a kind of an eclipse energy here with this void. Divine feminines are challenged to bring the peace in right now instead of stagnating or longing. What is the solution to this? Seeing things accurately, interpreting everything that has happened through the eyes of love, not needing things to move forward prematurely, not resenting that they haven't moved forward yet, seeing the wisdom in all of it just the way it is, right where it's at. What is the direction of these connections in the near future? Oh my gosh, Queen of Swords and King of Swords, both in the reverse, counterparts here. The direction of this energy is preparing for conversations. So this can be, I'm getting telepathic conversations with both in the reverse, but each knowing their truth in alignment with the eternal and changing the thoughts bit by bit, one by one, taking each thought captive to find which thoughts are the peace-inducing ones, which ones are the calm. We got a card of passion at the end of the reading for the masculines for the feminines that talks about tempering the intensity and allowing it to be a grounded thing that comes online when it's appropriate and cools when it's inappropriate. Finding this organic balance in each counterpart's own right, so that there can be educated conversations about what works for each, and the alchemy can be effortless. This is being on the same page exactly with mindset and thoughts and processing at this time. Let's get some cards for the masculines watching. Oh, we get the twin flame card, prism of existence, separation, extension, independence, and identity. This is the shared space and the sovereign twins, each particle and wave theory of light. So divine masculines, you are connected even at a distance. Appreciate that. Recognize that. See energy that way, that even at a distance, you are still energetically interacting and collaborating in shared experience, wisdom, inspiration. I call it the twin tensegrity. We are connected across time and space, quantum entanglement. It all works together. What you do for self, you do for twin. What can we see for Divine Feminines? Seal of harmonic order, harmony, cooperation, and dynamic interaction. It's the alchemy that we've been seeing through this whole reading. Keep going with the flow and seeking things that create this harmonic order. Divine Feminines. That is truly letting it unfold naturally when it's appropriate and going with the flow. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.